Hi everyone, this is a short tutorial to help those students who are interested in trying to get the achieve part of the linear algebra assessment for 11 MAS. We need three components to complete a table, which is solving, to be able to draw a graph, and to be able to come up with an equation. So let's start off here first with company A, which has got this graph already drawn here. We are looking for two things. One, what is the part at the start? And for this particular graph, the start is here at 4. Okay, so that's one of the key pieces of information. We can go along this line until we find an intersection of the grid. So not there, not there, not there. Here's an intersection of the grid. Okay, and we can use the rise over run to help us find the gradient. So we go across from the first point and count how many squares. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we count how many squares up. It's gone 1. So the slope or the gradient of this graph is a rise over the run, and this one has gone up 1 and it's gone across 4. Now it's possible to write this fraction as a decimal, and if we can rewrite that as 1 divided by 4, we'll find that the gradient is 0.25. So you can either use a quarter or 0.25 in your equation. So much like the other one, we've got a cost. We can write this fraction. W is the units, which in this case is along the bottom. Okay, and at what point is it crossing the y-intercept? It's at 4. So we put plus 4. So that's one of the things that we need to be able to do. We need to be able to create an equation. Now, if we want to be able to draw this particular graph, this is the second thing we want to do. We can see here that it's got a y-intercept. That number at the end is where that particular graph crosses here at the 0 point. So because it's 1, we're going to mark that point at 1. And we can see here that the gradient is 3 over 4. So if the gradient is 3 over 4, just like before, it's the rise over the run. So the rise is 3 and the run is 4. So from this point we go across 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and we go up 3. 1, 2, 3. So it goes through that point. And we can keep going if we wanted to. So another cross another 4, up another 3, so it goes there. And we should be able to grab a ruler and rule a line through those points. So that's that line particular graph. We don't need to put these intermediate points in because they aren't in a grid patch, but so we just need to be able to take that gradient that comes from the equation and count how many across it's gone. It's gone across 4 and it's gone up 3. So if we are able to come up with this equation, that's one of the methods we need. If we're able to draw the line, that's another one of the methods we need. Now, in terms of seeing who tages the most at 9 hours, okay, we are able to do that in a number of ways. Often in class we talk about the easiest way of doing that is with a table. So if I draw a table here, whereas that's company A and that's company B, okay, and these here as the charges, so the cost. So let's say that's the cost for A and that's the cost for B, okay, and this along here is going to be the weeks, okay, so let's put up there and we'd say one, 2, 3, 4, and then we want to go up to 9, okay. So the first thing with the table is we want to have the y-intercept, so I'd make another little column here which counts for 0, and in those ones we're going to place the starting point. So for A we know it starts at 4. For B, we know it starts at 1. And with A, we know it's going up a quarter, and 1 divided by 4 is 0.25. So we know that A should be going up 0.25 each time. So if we go up to 0.25, okay, it becomes 4.25. If we go another 0.25, we know it goes to 4.5. We go another 0.25, we know it goes to 4.75. If we go another 0.25, we know it goes to 5. So when it's just going up by 1 each time, we know that each time it should be going up by 0.25. For equation B, we can see, or company B, we can see 3 over 4, and 3 over 4 means if we go 3 divided by 4, it's 0.75. So that means B needs to be going up by 0.75 each time. So 0.75, 1.75. Add on another 0.75, 2.5. Add on another 0.75, 3.25. And another 0.75, you get 4. Okay, so that works quite well when it's going up by 1. If it's not going up by 1, we can use the equations to help us. Okay, so for company A, we know that the cost is going to equal 1/4 times whatever week it is plus 4. Now in this particular one for company A, we want to know what the cost is when the week equals 9. So we put that 9 where the W is. So C is going to equal 1/4 times 9 plus 4. And that works out to be 6.25. If we look at company B, we know that the equation is C equals 3 over 4 times W plus 1. So again, we want to be able to work out what it costs in week 9. We put that 9 in there. So C is 3/4 times 9 plus 1. And that works out to be 9 and, no it doesn't, 7 3/4 by the looks. So now we know what those values are. We can then compare the two and we can say, so we've got to answer this question, a job taking 9 hours, who is costing more than company B? So write a sentence that say, company B charges more at 9 hours, and say it charges $7